Yo. What's good, chat? What's good? Let me open the comment section. What's good, y'all? We sorry for being late, but y'all already know we be on CP time, and life is doing its best thing to throw us off track, but we still running. We still running. Check your mic, DJ.
Yo, might check, might check.
How
I'm
DJ
good.
sound? Put some W's or ones in the chat if we sound good, please. I'm still setting up the chat as we speak. Well, the live stream. Breaks records.
Yo. Okay, we good. I see some W's in the chat, W's in the chat, ones in the chat. Okay. Hey, love from Nashville. Shout out to Tracy. I see you. I love Nashville. I've been there a couple times. I like it up there.
Hold on, y'all. Well, holla at the people, DJ.
Yeah,
Let
I
them know how
see.
you feeling, man. They've been missing you, man.
Yeah, I see 72 pounds in the chat. I see you. Shout out to Ozu in the chat. My squad. I see you. But yeah, as far as me, I mean, still the same old, same old. I'm still me. You know what I'm saying? The football season for semi-pro, the spring is about to wrap up. With probably within the next 2 weeks, because we're not gonna make the playoffs, unfortunately.
Oh
So
man.
so yeah, it's all good. It's neither here nor there. So yeah, within the next 2 weeks, I'll be wrapping up. But then we probably get like 2 weeks off, and
Mm-hmm.
then we going right into the fall schedule. So we're gonna start training and practicing for fall. Our team gonna be merging with another team. So we're gonna be taking on like new players and stuff like that. So um it's gonna be interesting to see how I go for sure. Um Now granted, I haven't fully committed to a fall season just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um so I don't know if I'm gonna do that, yes or no, but I done got, a good rapport with the team on it and stuff. So I can just tell them whenever I'm ready, I can just, pop in there. So I ain't in
Gotcha.
no once these 2 weeks is up, I ain't in no rush to get right back because just other life stuff going on. So it is what it is.
Yeah, life is truly life, and my brother. Shout out to Naya. She said, "How you feeling physically after being active, DJ?"
Um the snapback is not as quick as I would have thought it to be or like it to be. In like throughout my life, I've always been able to like, anything comes to athletics, I just snap back into it. It's just like, you know, like just what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It kind of took me a while to get back in shape, really, and to
Well,
just really
nigga,
get
you
in the
are
mode.
old, nigga.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm thinking like, this ain't nothing. I can go work out, do this for like a month and a half. I'm good to go. But no, that ain't it.
It don't work like that no
So
more. No sir.
no,
No
no,
sir.
it's taking a little bit longer to get back to where I would have liked to be. But overall, like I'm satisfied with what I've done this season. For me to have not have played football since, because the last time I played was 2011.
Oh, that's a
I
good
was
while ago.
Yeah, I was at Tuskegee. That's why I started off college at. I was at Tuskegee University, and I was playing down there from my freshman to junior season. Um, but then I got hurt, real bad. Tore my Achilles, and I had a chest issue with my sternum. So yeah, that just didn't pan out, and I just started to work really, just doing regular life stuff, trying to finish school and working and making dumb decisions back then. but but yeah, it's been a long time. So for me to be able to go out and play after not have played football for that long, I was satisfied with what I've done. So
Okay, shout out to DJ. Successful re-entry into the football system.
yes, sir.
Um, and like I said, when I told y'all we was gonna go live today, um, one of the conversations that we was gonna have was about Gen X, or just about us getting ready to go to the tour. Because me, DJ, and my wife go to the Atlanta show tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a well deserved um momentary vacation type thing. Like, as y'all know, DJ just celebrated his birthday. He's 47.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't do that. Don't do me like that, though.
Shout out to DJ, just turned 47.
Skip, you older than me.
What? I'm 35. How old are you? 34?
I'm 35 now. 35? I just turned 35.
Get out of here. Get out of here. But I see people saying no, I'm just playing D2B2. He's not 47 for real.
No, I'm 35. I'm 35.
I thought he was 20 years younger. What the hell? What the hell? What the heliante?
What? I fucking hate this song so fucking much.
I haven't even heard it for real. But what I was saying is we're going to the Atlanta show tomorrow. Somebody, I think it was Michelle Mabelle, she really don't ever be in the live streams. But she was saying that she hoped we did a parking lot meet and greet. Man, we gonna the only way y'all gonna see us is if y'all see us walking to our seats and walking away. Because by the time we get there, it's gonna be time for whoever opening the show to open the show. Because so, but we are hopeful to bump into some people from that's in the Atlanta area tomorrow that make it to the show. That'll be dope. And other than that, we already know how the show is going to be. And I see people saying, from some of the shows, I think people mentioned the Houston show or the Dallas show. And they were saying it's good. No spoilers in the chat, please. I haven't seen any, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. I haven't physically seen anything either. Now, granted,
I've been trying my best to avoid it.
I just heard that one thing, that one coming from the last, live stream that we was on. But other than that, I'm going into it completely blind. I've been avoiding what a lot of people have been saying. So I'm excited because, like I said, this will be my first Kendrick concert. So I'm going in for all the experiences and just take it all in. So I'm ready.
What's that?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the soundboard. The OTO drop.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
All the OG people I know from OTI.
I was trying to play. Trying to play the "You Tell Me." They not labeled, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So, shout out to D2B2 said, "Tell him something, Joe." But yeah, man. I will tell you this: you are in for a real show. You are in for a real show. This is probably I've been to every album except To Pimp a Butterfly, but I went to Summer Jam when To Pimp a Butterfly dropped. So Good Kid was when they danced. So this would be the 5th album specific, and I seen him at like 2 festivals. Yeah, so this would be my 7th time seeing him. It's a show, bro. It's a show. Like he was for his like Damn era. Like that was when he like transformed into like a super duper top tier performer. But let me read this super chat. Shout out to X, the joke dealer. Happy birthday, DJ. May Allah bless you with many more. Unrelated, but the most important African leader, Ibrahim Traore, survived an attempt while the continent is uniting for bro. Few solid innings left. Hey, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I like the little nugget of knowledge you dropping in there, because I don't have an idea of what's going on. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, but this opportunity, for the people who watching after this to go search this person and see what's going on. So shout out to X the joke dealer for that tidbit of information. Shout out to Dre, Peace Kings. What's good? D2B2 said To Pimp a Butterfly would have been an insane live show, especially if it's live instruments. Now he did do a very, very small tour for To Pimp a Butterfly. It might have been like 8 cities, and it might have been 2,000 cap venues, and it was live instrumentation. He just they just didn't put a lot of money behind that tour at all. It was a very boutique tour run. But yeah, everybody's saying the Dallas show was dope. The Dallas show was dope. That's the one people stamping. I even saw before I got on here that Keith Lee went to one of the shows and he gave it high praises. And while we're discussing art, while we're discussing art, yeah. But he was like he didn't get in that bad because he was actually in the stadium.
Yeah.
Watching the show. But let's read this real quick. Let me move it. In the famous words of Miss Mia, I do need a second screen, but we're gonna make do with what we have while we have what we have. Give me 1 second. Let me see. But yeah, the Kendrick and SZA show, excuse me, has broken records. So let's pull this up and present it to the stage. You can see that, DJ?
Yep.
All right, cool. And this is per Hip Hop DX. Kendrick Lamar and SZA break enormous tour record on first night. Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Grand National Tour is already proven to be a huge commercial success as the duo breaks records. The tours, first night saw Kendrick break Eminem, Kendrick and SZA. They got to give her credit for that. Kendrick and SZA break Eminem's previous record of highest grossing rap concert. According to touring data, the opening night in Minneapolis grossed over 9.1 million from more than 47,000 fans at an average price of $192. And recently they topped that. I think it was the next show did 9.4. Yeah. And they saying that all three of them have broken each other. So this might be a little dated. So this goes to show like they on the run. This finna be the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time. We already know that. It's just about getting it to the finish line. What you say?
He riding up.
Oh yeah. The third round is disgusting. The third round is disgusting. It's just like I don't even at this point it ain't. It's just like what more like I'm in my space. I'm in my vibe now. It's nothing you can do to move me off my zone. There's nothing you can do to move me off my zone. You didn't have anything to do. You were just the final piece for me to knock down to get here. I've been working slowly and surely to get to this place my whole career.
Yeah.
And I did it without a lot of the stuff that certain people needed to get there. So mine feel like it's more impactful, and it may not even last as long, but it'll definitely be more impactful.
Right.
Because he's finna do some crazy shit. DJ Head keeps saying that it's gonna be a wild 4 years. And if that 4 years culminates with him performing at the is it the Olympics in 2028? If it ends with him performing at the Olympics in 2028, it's just gonna be a good cap to the dot era. So that means that quite possibly means multiple drops. Let's see what Denise said. Shout out to Denise W, the first to break 9 million and 10 million in a rap concert. Sheesh. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get to it. X Cuvon, stop playing in the snow knowing y'all don't like the cold. Yeah, we're gonna get to it. Fateless, shout out to Fateless, the LA Olympics. I thought so.
I just caught that. I get it. Yeah, we're gonna get to that one.
Yeah, we gonna as soon as we finish the Kendrick, we're gonna get to that because I want to laugh real quick. What's this? Shout out to Queen Medina. Peace to Cypher mods in chat. Shout out to the mods. I see Ozu. I don't see any other mods. We got to put an APB out on Slade. I hadn't seen him in a minute. We got to put an APB out on Slade.
Yeah.
I might make D2. If I get into the what's the name, I'm gonna make D2B2 a mod. Well, D2B2 be slid on these. Are we reviewing Daylight's new video, Regal Love? I would like to. I got a tablet like full of stuff to react to, but life has been going. Oh, you want to talk about Dody? We can talk about Dody at 6 too.
Oh God, that goofy ass nigga. Yeah,
we can talk about Dody. Dody going through something, man. Dody going through something, but we definitely can talk about that. Let me pull this off the. But let me ask you this. while we're talking about the tour, what tours have you been to, like on a arena level?
I've been to Jeezy, Ross, Wiz, Jay-Z, Wayne. I've been to a Wayne concert. It was supposed to be when him and Drake was doing the verses, thing that they was doing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that whatever reason that show, Drake wasn't at that show. It was just Wayne. So I was just like,
Okay.
fuck? It's fucking weird. But yeah, see, Ross, Jeezy, Wiz, Jay-Z, Wayne, Snoop. I seen Snoop. Yeah, that's Wale. I seen Wale in concert.
In an
And
arena?
no, not arena, just
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, who have you seen in an arena?
Oh no, I mean, only thing close to that is probably Jay-Z when he was
Okay,
on.
yeah. You
when he was
finna
doing.
see something you ain't never seen before. That's kind of what I
Yeah.
was trying to get to. Like, I was trying to see, like, how, like, what you've seen concert wise on that scale, because it's
no,
going to be twice the size of the normal arena, and
'cause,
depending on the capacity of the stadium in Atlanta, it could possibly be 3 times the arena size that you've seen. I'm just trying to give you a scope of what you about to see.
Cause that was on the Jay-Z tour. That was probably the biggest one I went to. That's when he was doing the Magna Carta Holy Grail tour.
Oh, okay.
And, so yeah, I've been to that one in Atlanta when he was there. Well, no, actually I've been through it twice because he came to Birmingham. I went to the Birmingham show, then I went to one in Atlanta. So yeah, I didn't think that's probably the closest I'd have been to it. Everything else kind of been like smaller venues. So.
Okay. So yeah, generally the stadium can range, like, I mean the arena can range, like, based on capacity, between 15 and 19,000. So these first 3 shows or 3 or 4 shows have been in between 45 and 50 as far as 1,000 seats being filled. So yeah, you about to walk into a soccer stadium.
Yeah.
So Mercedes-Benz has about 70,000 capacity. Is that including the way that the stage is set up, or is that just the stadium for like sporting events? Because when it's a sporting event, it has to be the full, but with the concert, it's not going to be the full sphere of, because it's not going to be no seats behind the stage. Those seats cut off. But what's good, Dimitri? I did see you pop in. Hey, y'all, do me a favor, make sure y'all hitting a like, because this is an impromptu stream as far as scheduling it through YouTube, so it might not get pushed out. So do me a favor and hit the like button, and share the stream, please. Do me a favor and share the stream and hit the like button, please.
Oh yeah, Naya, we got some good seats, man. We
we do.
Yeah, we got some good seats. I'm ready.
Shout out to Dimitri. Me, DJ, and my wife, we don't have floor. We don't have. Hold on. We don't have floor seats,
but they damn
we
near
got as close to floor as you could possibly get. I ain't gonna show y'all where we sitting, but I do want to say where we sitting. Let me see. We're off the energy floor, so we close. We close. We're gonna see everything we need to. Shout out to the Bear with the super chat. Skip and DJ, what's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. What's good, man? Like, this Monday live streaming is something we don't normally do.
Yeah.
Once my son finishes his baseball season, which finishes, what's up, Sunil? The end of this week, the weekdays, at least one extra live stream a week will be available. So yeah, we'll do that. But what projects came out of note this week, DJ, before we get into Uncle Shannon Sharpe?
Well, as far as albums, well, last week, actually, week before last, we had Mozzie with Intrusive Thoughts that dropped on the 18th. Cushion Orange Juice 2 Wiz that dropped on the 18th as well.
Did you hear
Uh,
it?
Not yet. I've been saving it
Okay.
for the when we do it.
Reaction. Okay.
West Side Guns, Heels, like the wrestler Heels. Heels Have Eyes that came out on the 18th. And then Ray Vaughn debuted album, The Good, the Bad, and the Dollar Menu. That came out on my birthday on the 25th. Roy Woods. I haven't heard from him in years. Like I didn't even know he still made music. I mean, he did one song with Drake and an EP, and then it disappeared. So I was surprised he even dropping something. So, but yeah, that came out on the 25th as well. And Mike Dean dropped a project on Friday as well called 425. And then as far as like singles, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you saw Meg. Meg had dropped her new single. I haven't really listened to it yet. Like I got it in my queue, but I ain't really listened to it yet.
Yeah, me neither. Can you hear me? I just want to check my microphone. Okay, cool. Keep going.
Yeah, Meg and then Young Thug dropped a new single, featuring Future called "Money on Money."
Yeah, that's on my list too.
Yeah, I think it's some slick shots to Gunna in there, so that should be interesting. And T Grizzly dropped something called Jalen Hurtsky as well on Friday because he got a project. He got a project coming up too.
Yeah. It's called. I don't know what it's called, but it's a weird spelling of something, or it's another language. I haven't heard the Thug, but I did kind of want to talk about some of the lines that he had that people could interpret as shots for Gunna. Let me see. And you said you hadn't really listened to nothing because Perfect World, I would have did like 4 reactions this weekend, but I didn't get to do anything. I was supposed to go see Sinners, but baby girl got sick, so we didn't get to do that.
Oh, damn, Skip. Man, you gonna be in for a treat, bro.
I don't even know when I'm gonna go see it now because we moved a lot of stuff around, including canceling the live stream to go see it. Didn't get to go see it. Couldn't go yesterday. Some real life stuff happened yesterday. Some real life stuff happened today. Tomorrow we go to the concert. I work Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday. And then we streaming again Saturday. And then Sundays we need to get back to recording, so I don't want to schedule nothing on Saturday.
But bro, like I told you in when I text you, bro, 10 out of 10, bro. I love the movie. Ain't got no complaints. It pretty much lived up to everything that Ryan said it was gonna be. And like I told you, definitely stay. It's some post-credit scenes, so stay all the way through there. This on some Marvel shit, so stay there. Then we're gonna go from there. But I love the movie, bro. Not to give away too much, so because I want you to see it for sure.
Let me see. Fateless said you gotta see it before it's out of IMAX, excuse me. And that's the thing. It was me, my wife, my brother, his wife, my sister, and her friend. I don't want to put her business out, but we had bought we had bought a block that's 6 seats in the exact middle of the theater for the IMAX.
Damn.
And her fever came back at 6 p.m. and the tickets for the show started at 8. And her fever came back at 1:02, 2 hours before the show started, so we couldn't go.
Yeah, cause like even if you could have got like somebody else to watch her, like you just wouldn't be able to truly enjoy yourself knowing that.
Yeah. And then we didn't know exactly what was wrong with her. So you don't just want to pine a kid off with a fever on somebody.
Right.
So and then the day had whooped our ass so bad and we're gonna get to what's going on. Ro ended up having a double header Saturday.
Okay.
He wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to have a game Saturday and a game Sunday. So immediately after the game Saturday, they was like, we got another game. They just moved our Sunday game up to today. So we ended up being out from 11 to like 6. Then I got home at 6. Just like, the fever came back. We need to take it to the doctor.
Damn.
So it's like, okay, boom, we can't do that. So it was just crazy, bro. But anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go to let's go to Uncle Shannon Sharpe, man. Hold on, wait. No. Well, let's talk about the Dody first, because we moving off Kendrick, and then we'll get into that. So let me pull this back up on the screen. And this is from All Hip Hop. Dody 6 apologizes to Kendrick Lamar after GNX meltdown. Crazy. After dissing Kendrick Lamar and airing out his personal struggles, Dody 6 has issued a public apology, hoping to fix the damage. It's too late, kid.
Yeah, man.
Well, the thing about it, I think it'll be like the people around Kendrick will probably be more upset. Like, for example, like Hitter J3, like he was tight. Dody 6 found himself drowning in drama this week. Homie is featured. Homie, that's crazy. Who wrote this? I did not expect to see that. Homie is featured on Kendrick Lamar's latest album, GNX, which is a great look. Instead of riding high off what should have been the greatest opportunity of his career, Dody 6 aired out his life and sadly decided to disrespect Kendrick in the process. It aged like already sour milk. Dody, this is a hit piece. This is crazy. Dody 6 took to the internet to call the Compton legend a B-word and announced that he was currently homeless. Let's pause there. Kendrick just gave this man a lot. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this pro Kendrick propaganda. Hey, but I'm gonna keep reading though. Just gave this man a life-altering, lottery-like moment, and this is the thanks he gets. This is how he's responding. Kendrick was never supposed to be the sail on his boat. He just gave him the wind. It was always going to be up to Dody 6 to steer his own ship. Was he supposed to buy him a house? And the crazy thing, Kendrick got him a crib and unlimited studio time per Hitter J3 during this era, and somehow he still ended up homeless. Yeah, whoever All Hip Hop is, I probably should have went somewhere like Hot New Hip Hop or Hip Hop DX or Vibe or Source. So forgive me. I just clicked the first thing that came up.
They cooking this nigga, bro.
Oh God. I don't know how vetted All Hip Hop is, but this is funny. So I'm gonna just take it like that. Like we ain't finna crash out on Dody, man, because Dody got some real life stuff going on. And if it's any indication on what me and DJ was just talking about, life be life and dog. But Dody said, I want to publicly apologize to Kendrick Lamar for calling Cuz a bitch, because he is far from that, and ain't did nothing but bless me in my life. Signed Dody 6. Okay, so that's the end of that article, the end of this hit piece. Hold on, wait. This nigga said maybe a few real ones pulled him aside for a reality check, and Dody 6 realized the error of his ways. He has issued a public apology. What was he thinking? Kendrick is one of the most powerful forces in hip hop right now. Instead of building on the momentum, Dody 6 chose chaos. Opportunities like that are rare. I wish he'd call somebody to vent instead of putting it on the internet. It seems like the newer generation confuses internet antics for strategy. Kendrick was not the problem. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Bro.
Hey, put him on the grill.
Bro, that's what I be telling. Like, it should be getting on my nerves with this newer generation, bro. Like, they don't know how to just keep shit to themselves, bro. They gotta live for every moment to be on the internet. I'm just like, you don't have to do that, bro. And it did make me so mad because his verse on the song is what I like the most about that song. It's him. So I'm just like,
hold on, what?
Yeah.
On Hey Now?
Yeah, he was snapping, bro. I like the whole song, yes, but I like his verse though.
So you think his 8 bars is better than anything else on the song?
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm just saying, like, well, I really enjoyed him. Is what I'm saying. On the song.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to see.
What would I say? I can't even hear the song the same now because this nigga's a goofy.
Shit, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. He going through some shit. Like he since it's been revealed that he's having some substance abuse issues and has had them. He recently got out of jail. Like he just going through some shit, bro. And I think him looking, and this is a part of where it's a teachable moment. he was looking like comparison is the thief of joy, right? So he was looking like
Yeah.
what I was just reading the comment. I'm gonna get to this, Alicia, and see what you're talking about. Because
Yeah.
I would like to see you know. But yeah, this is a teachable moment. And comparison is the thief of joy. As we've been going through our grind to get to wherever we've gotten to now, I've had moments, and I'm probably sure that you've had moments as well, where you compare yourself to the field and try to see where you sit and all this other stuff. And in those moments, you can like completely forget where you are because you so caught up in where somebody else is. So in reference to Dody and his situation, I think he was seeing AZ Chike, Hitter J3, what's his name? Crazy, scary, spooky. What's his name, bro? The dude that had the 4 words, the Mexican guy that was on the song. But anyway, he signed the deal. Lefty Gunplay. Not Lefty. Is it Lefty Gunplay?
Yeah, they said Lefty in the chat.
I know it's Lefty. Lefty. I think it's Lefty. Yeah, Lefty Gunplay. Shout out to Queen Medina. But yeah, so I think he's seeing all of these other people coming into seemingly immediate success.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the song. I know the song he on, y'all. But the point I'm making is Dody was seeing these people having success. Like, look at how much success and notoriety and attention that AZ Chike is getting.
Yeah.
But a big part of that is not only because Peekaboo isn't even one of the most successful songs on the project, but one thing about it is AZ Chike was ready, and AZ Chike had already been outside.
That's what I was about to say. He has motion already.
He was on Schoolboy Q album, which in my opinion, until we finished the road to 100, currently is my album of the year for 2024. So, and he did have the best verse. I think he was the only person on Movie or whatever song he was on.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, and he just was on that verse by himself, right? Mm-hmm. On that song by himself. Yeah, so he was a standout on that album. So I just think, and Hitter J3 been dropping music, being in people's face. Like I said, Lefty Gunplay just got signed. So I just think he was looking at his situation and felt the way and decided to act out.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody was saying that they think that he was lying to get some attention. So
that's not how you do it, bro. You just follow the blueprint, bro. Everybody else is, bro, they taking advantage of the momentum. Now, granted, like I said, AZ already had motion for the most part. Like he been dropping stuff, but everybody else is really just taking advantage of their moment. And you should have did the same. Like, you don't need the antics and all that to get attention. The spotlight is already on you. GNX is the biggest project out right now.
I think the thing about it was that his song hadn't started the bubble and he wasn't waiting, because you got to look at it like they're putting attention on songs on the album, one song at a time. And shout out to Dre. I don't know if I talked about this on the last live stream, but Dre has said multiple times that he feels like GNX is Kendrick's Thriller, right?
Okay.
And I don't think his argument was about the quality of the albums. Like, I don't think he's putting GNX next to Thriller as far as it being like a super duper legendary music defining album, but just more so like every song stands on its own, and then every song is commercially viable. So it to me, I think Kendrick is going to try to work every single song off of GNX. Every single song.
How will he work Reincarnated? That's the only song I can't really see the vision for, like how that would pop off organically.
You can work that song in syncs. Like, it doesn't have to be in the music space. Like, look at it like this. Like, Peekaboo is popping up in commercials and on sporting events and stuff like that. It doesn't have to pop up just straight. Like, they don't have to push it on radio. You feel what I'm saying? And since now he owns everything outside of his relationship that he has with distribution through UMG, he's getting the majority of that money. So it's like he can, and now he has the creative wingspan to express himself in all these different facets. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like he could, I talked about this on the episode. He could attach Dodger Blue, Reincarnated, and Man at the Garden. That's one of those 10, 15-minute videos he does.
Yeah.
Boom, you got that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, movie soundtracks, placement on TV, commercials. I was low-key surprised that that Peekaboo or TV, well, yeah, probably Peekaboo wasn't attached to that Gatorade commercial. You feel what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, he has so many opportunities because they're going on, the tour just started. So he's going to have the attention of the masses for the rest of this year.
Dre in the comments said, "Hey Now" was on the NFL commercial.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's everywhere. And that's what I'm saying. So like, and that's what tripped me out too. Shout out to Dre. I was watching the playoffs yesterday. Dody, you flip out on Monday. Hey Now is on the playoffs halftime show yesterday. Your turn was coming. You just didn't want to be patient.
Yeah.
You should have been finding a way to put out music to create and put out. You didn't even have to find a way to make it. He gave you studio access and a crib.
Yeah.
You missed your moment because you're doing whatever you're doing because he admitted to perks, Zans, and whippets. So you got a substance abuse issue. And I ain't gonna judge you for that because everybody knows somebody with a substance abuse issue. I hope he makes it out of that. Okay, it's unapologetic. Peekaboo is attached to the Gatorade commercial. Okay, cool. But yes, I hope he gets himself together because this is a moment that he may not get back. You know what I mean? So I hope that he's, that he regathers himself and takes advantage of this moment because everybody else is one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he gets it together before this moment misses him because he might have ruined something with Dot. We don't know. But he might have possibly ruined something for him. And Alicia, go ahead.
Alicia just responded in chat. So I mean, I don't think that was like directed towards us. I think she just speaking in general because she said it's frustrating wanting to support others, no hate, just not loving how the story spread without much context. And she said, "Love to y'all, but the internet is a tricky place. Trusting my intuition and being sensitive is a double-edged sword." So I think she was just speaking in general, not so much like what we were doing.
I was just trying to see, what's going on. You feel me?
Yeah.
But also an added piece of context, like they were saying that he lost a child too recently, a son. So if that is true, condolences to him and his family, because I couldn't imagine. So I know that that's adding on to, if that is in fact true, to what he has going on and how he's processing in these moments. So because the video that I saw and that I would not repost on this channel, but I'm sure a lot of people saw it, like he looked like he was crying in the video. So he already not in an emotional state. You feel what I'm saying? So in a clear mind, in a solid emotional space to be going through this information and through this experience. So hopefully he shake back, man, go to a little detox, and by the end of the summer, he ready to get some shit shaking, because if not, he may very well miss that. He lost the baby in March after delivery. Yeah, man, rest in peace. Rest in peace, baby Dody, man. Nobody ever wants to experience that, and I wouldn't wish it on nobody. But in other news, K-Way, shout out to him. He said, "Are we finally ready to call GNX a classic?" As I said 2 months ago.
I don't know if I'm ready to say that just yet, but that's tough. That C word, that's something hard to come by.
I ain't gonna lie. While we on the topic, why not? I think we can.
Okay.
Cause I put it like this: how many songs are you skipping on the project?
None.
How impactful is this album?
Very, very, very impactful. Very impactful.
How like it has club song. It got it has it has a melodic song. It has huge singles, and it has
Introspective songs.
widely influential deep cuts.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think it's in the candidacy for being a classic. I think the reason it would be a classic, like of course it has everything. I just think the sliders are different. Like for example, like To Pimp a Butterfly it didn't have the impact. You know what I mean? It
I
did
don't know,
over time.
bro.
No, I'm saying it did over time. Like
Oh, like when it first came out, it didn't like.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, like it
GNX,
over time.
like Luther is number one 10 weeks straight. Like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like he surprise dropped the album and did what 350. He going on a stadium tour off the back of the album. Like this album is hugely like he had multiple songs in the top 5. You know what I mean? The replay value is insane.
Every
Like
song charted, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Every song
at
on the
one
album
point
charted.
every song charted.
Yeah.
And 5 of them, if I'm not mistaken. At one point, I think all like 8 of the 10 were in the
Yeah.
top 10. So
Yeah.
it's like he has the numerical success. Probably by the end of the year, he's gonna have critical success as far as like the Grammys, the AMAs, probably Billboard, unless they give their darling Drake more trophies, which I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, I mean Drake said Billboard the only thing that matters.
Yeah, what he said, Billboard got me regulated, radio was king again, whatever he said. I haven't read any reviews on GNX, but
I haven't either.
I'm sure that the critical success is there. All it'll take is a search on Metacritic to see what their score is. So it has all of the candidates. I mean, all of the bullet points for what would make it. It's just I don't know where I would rate it, like out of 10 yet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's over a 9 because I have it on par with Damn for me, and Damn was like a 9.3 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you know what I do know. I have a definite answer about Damn after we do our Damn miniseries. I will say that.
Of course.
And then after that, we can slide back into some other projects and probably do a breakdown or a full encompassing album review on GNX. But it's a lot of shit came out last year, man. I want to get to so many albums that came out last year. So does Damn get to be a classic? Damn is diamond. Damn is diamond. It has one double diamond song in Humble. DNA is diamond. It might be eligible for double diamond. And I know numbers aren't the only thing, but if I'm a hard critic and I gave it over a 9, and I didn't even realize until I made the post and put it in the community tab that so many people fucked with that album like that. I didn't know. Like I mean, of course, people would consider this a quote unquote Kendrick channel or whatever, even though it's not. But the point I'm making is, even with that, the outpouring of support for that album and desire for us to break it down was huge. Oh yeah, shout out to Latrice Gaskin, and it was Pulitzer Prize winning. And then on top of that, the album is great.
Yeah,
the album is fantastic. Like his first 3 albums,
tough, bro. Tough.
Is in that mythical Kanye West album run. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
and I'm not mad at that. Yeah, because we definitely hold the 3-peat for sure, like to the highest regard. Now, of course, you kind of get into like the preferences stuff with, 808s of Heartbreak, and then you got My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But then after that, just kind of
from there.
I
ain't gonna lie. I would if we putting up Kendrick first 5 with Kanye first 5, I think it's a hell of a fight.
It is. It is. Because you got to
It's a hell of a
include.
fight.
Let me know that is 5. Okay, never mind. Because Pablo will be
College,
his 6th album.
College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s, Dark Twisted Fantasy versus Good Kid, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Mr. Morale, and GNX.
Ooh, shit. That's tough.
That's a hell of a fight, bro.
That's tough.
And this was exactly what I was about to say. Shout out to K-Way. Mr. Morale and the Big Step is aging gracefully. I thought that album was beautiful
from
initially.
The jump.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
I did too.
I just think it was an album that was older than a lot of the people who talk a lot online.
Yeah.
That was a very mature album. It was a very mature album.
I think people are starting to appreciate it more with the spotlight being so much on Kendrick right now. With GNX, people are starting to actually really revisit that album and starting to see how good it really was. Like,
yeah,
from the jump, I thought that album was amazing. I still go back to that album. My favorite Kendrick song ever is on that album. So,
what, Count Me Out?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the one for me, bro. I'm sorry. That's the one for sure.
Shout out to Regal Love. She said K Dot wins by a hair, in my opinion. Let me see.
It's tough. It's tough.
I'm taking Good Kid over College Dropout.
Yes.
I think the closest one
would be Late Registration and
Butterfly. And I think I'm still taking
me. I'm taking Late.
To Pimp a Butterfly is a perfect album, bro.
I'm taking Late Registration, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta
That's
go
cool.
Late Registration.
Graduation and Damn. I got a special place in my heart for Graduation, but I'm taking Damn.
Yeah. I love Graduation. Yeah, it's one of those like special places. But if I'm just going off of which songs is better, because Graduation got Drunk and Hot Girls on it, and I fucking hate that song.
And it ain't a skip like that on Damn.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Damn on that one.
And I think the fourth one is easy. Although 808s is super influential and it changed a lot in the scope of music going forward, even though he stole the style from Cudi, but that's another, that's another story for another day. I'm easily taking Mr. Morale over 808s and Heartbreak.
Okay. And I think I'll take GNX over My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Me too. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you get so caught up in the musicality of Dark Twisted Fantasy, like that was when the decline of Kanye's rapping started.
Yeah, cause I'm about to say all his features outshined him on that project.
Yeah,
it was not one song on that album where he was the focal point or where he had the best verse. Everybody better verse than him on that project. Everybody.
Yeah. I'm taking Dot. I don't think it's a landslide, even though I picked 4 of the 5 albums. I think him and I think Kanye and his camp, which includes Rhyme Fest, Consequence, Talib, Common, who else? GLC. I don't want to forget nobody, but all of them people. SZA, you put all of them people in the Big Sean, because I think Big Sean said he wrote on Graduation or something like that.
Yeah.
Cudi, sonically, Travis Scott. So those first 5 albums from both of those artists are quite possibly the greatest 5 album runs in hip-hop history.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that. I'm really not. I'm not.
You feel me? So yeah, I'm taking Dot. I already have him in my top 3. The only people that are in front of him are people who have insane longevity in Nas and Hove. But yeah, he's in that space now. He's in that space for me. And he was top 5 pre Mr. Morale. Well, once Mr. Morale dropped, Mr. Morale probably moved him up a spot. And then GNX in the run he's on now put him in top 3 for me. So yeah, I'm taking Dot.
Yeah, I think so too. Even though the only 2 that really just give me like a like a pause. Well, I know Late Registration for sure. That's just my bias because that's my favorite Kanye West album of all time. Is Late Registration. So
Mine too.
so even though like To Pimp a Butterfly means more, it's more impactful, but it just for me, Late Registration is that one for me. And then 808s versus which one was it?
Mr.
Mr.
Morale.
Morale. That's a tough one for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I love 808s. It was so influential and so impactful. But you have to always still go back to the content. Content matters, man. People don't really take that shit into consideration. And Mr. Morale pretty much had everything that you could think of on that project. And it flowed like the sequencing. I have no problem with the sequencing. Like, that's damn near a perfect album, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So even though that's a tough one for me, but I'm gonna still go Mr. Morale on that one too. So
Yeah. Late Registration was I didn't really get into College Dropout on time. Like I caught some songs that I really liked from Late Registration. Crack Music is one of my favorite Kanye West songs of all time. From the Kanye West camp, because we've already seen that we can't give him the credit from sole credit from these works of art. But Graduation is my favorite album of his. That was the album that I connected to the most first. And I haven't connected with anything post Dark Twisted Fantasy on any level of significance.
Yeah, I mean, I like that album, but it didn't really like. I didn't really connect with that album like I did Late Registration or Graduation. Like Graduation, like I had just started like driving to school, like driving to high school. I finally got my mom car. She let me drive to school, drive to practice and shit. That Graduation and Paper Trail, those two albums, I was bumping them on repeat, bro. So it was just like a special moment in time for me, bro. Like I'm riding to school, everybody getting off the bus, I'm bumping, so you can't tell me nothing coming down the street.
Oh, so you think you the shit, huh?
Hell yeah, I did. I put my dad.
You think you hot shit?
My dad let me put 10 on the car too. I was like, ooh, yeah, I'm in there.
Let me see. What?
Kendrick got it though. Kendrick got it.
Yeah, and I think you'll be able to see, like on the large spectrum, like the impact of his music at the tour. Like we did all of that to get back there. Real quick, let's go into Shannon Sharpe as he was the headline for.
Oh God!
As he was the headline for today's discussion.
But he learned shit from Cat Williams. He learned shit.
I wish we could play that. I'm just scared that the what's the name will get took down. But let's read this, and this is from The Athletic. This is an actual vetted source. This isn't poo-poo them. This is The Athletic.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe accused of R-word in $50 million lawsuit denies allegations. Nevada woman is suing Hall of Fame tight end. Crazy. Like,
oh no, stop it.
Crazy.
Stop, Skip. Stop.
And media personality Shannon Sharpe for more than $50 million, alleging that he R-worded and threatened her during a two-year relationship. The lawsuit filed Sunday in a Las Vegas district court by attorney Tony Busby. Crazy work. Seeks damages for pain and suffering, psychological and emotional distress, mental anguish, embarrassment, and humiliation. Sharpe, 56, denied the allegations Tuesday in a video statement on X, calling the lawsuit a shakedown, pledging to defend himself. Let's see if we can watch this real quick.
Bro, I don't give a damn.
Hold on.
Okay.
I just want to see if we can watch it. I don't have an X account. Hold on.
This
to my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets Black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Hold on.
You tell me. You tell me.
You
Nasty
tell
work,
me,
man.
Shannon, did you do it? Is it true?
That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
He's reading.
The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation. And now that
You see his eyes?
Yeah, I said he reading.
He's reading.
Yeah.
He's not looking at the camera. It's a big prompter to the right, on his right off the screen. He's reading.
appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
No, Uncle Shay, you a freak.
None of that freak boy.
At the very worst, he's dang, man.
I'm sorry. I think
she was 19, bro. She was 19, bro.
I think
when
that
they
shit
met.
made it worse. Even if this shit is a shakedown, which it most likely is, the fact that you even having any type of contact with this girl at your age is insane, bro. I'm not getting you no grace on this shit. This is your fucking fault. You did it. Man up. Grow the fuck up. Like, you supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, chilling in the house, man. Like, I don't understand, bro. I don't get it, bro. She was 19 when you met her, bro. Like, granted, listen, I understand that with his new level of fame right now, you know, so he's getting access to probably different things that he probably never had been. But even I want to kind of like go against that because I've been seeing people with that narrative thrown out there that, you know, there's just a lot of new age stuff being thrown at him. But he was a Super Bowl winning top tier NFL player, Hall of Fame NFL player. This ain't the first time you to gain access to women and fame and things like that. Like,
Shannon want a party and you got to tell him no.
Yeah, man, pretty much, man. That's just what it is, man. I don't get it. And then have you seen like the text messages of this shit? Because
I have not.
That's some nasty work, bro.
I'm straight on that shit,
bro. Nasty. It ain't nothing you can say to defend him. I'm sorry. It's just not. He got to take the L on this shit. And if the people that he worked with decide to cut him off, like Fox or ESPN or whoever
he's already had to step down from
from the last shit, because it's like the third time some shit that came up on him, like because he had an incident way back in the day.
Yeah, at Fox and CBS, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, then he just had the incident with the having sex on Instagram Live, posting that shit. And then now you got this shit. Like, bro, you a menace, bro. Like, you not good for business, dog. Like, so I can see him falling back on his own platform, his, you know, podcast and things like that, and just try to. But I don't see him getting back on another sports platform. He's too problematic at this point.
Yeah, I don't see him getting back on another large sponsored platform that's regulated by the FCC or anything like that. Don't know. Nobody wants to be responsible for this type of liability. And a shout out to Maynard's spaceship. Wasn't there race play involved in the text? Yeah. Absolutely. I will not say what he said, but it was disgusting. Bro was really, really tripping because I didn't read. Like, I just know the stuff that like got out, but like as far as like going and reading them independently, I'm not gonna put myself up to that level of trauma. Because first of all, that girl is 3 times younger than him.
Yes.
Like, even if everything was consensual, it's like, Shannon, why are you pursuing young women 3 times your junior, bro?
That's crazy.
Why? That's sick. Like, and then she fresh off of 18.
Like, it's so many other options, so many other women that would love to have you, bro. That's either
we don't know that. We don't know that.
I'm pretty sure, bro.
We cannot say that because have you seen the girl?
I mean, I know she white, but I ain't really seen like her face.
Have you seen her?
No, I just know she white.
The way she looked, white or not, shows me that he ain't doing too hot in the market.
So he's struggling like that.
DJ, I tell you this.
Yeah.
If you keep telling me you rich,
okay,
and you pull up in a 94 Corolla and the front bumper is falling off and the tires keep running out of air, it's not about the fact that it's an older Corolla. It's the fact that you're not taking care of it.
Yeah.
That shows me that you're not rich like you trying to tell me. So if you want me to believe that Shay got women that's knocking his dough down and he go pick a 19-year-old white girl to do race play with, I'm not listening. I don't believe it.
I think two things could be true. Like I think it's women that may pursue him that's of closer age, but I also think he just may be a fucking weirdo. Two things could be right at the same time. He's a fucking weirdo. Like, cause why in the hell would you, like you said, deal with somebody fresh off of 18? I don't give a damn because she do OnlyFans. OnlyFans don't mean shit. Everybody got a damn OnlyFans.
And that's my point. So if he's desirable in the market like that, right? Or just desirable just by women, not just black women, not just white women. But you telling me it ain't a 38-year-old white woman that's trying to get down the same way that 19-year-old white woman was?
I think it probably is. This is just the one that got him caught up. That's all.
Bro, my point is, ain't no way I'm going to the car lot and picking a 19-year-old white girl.
That's just called 56. I know, but that's being greedy, bro. He just greedy as fuck, and he's a fucking weirdo. That's all. Yeah. I get what you saying, bro. But the opportunity that in most cases, when somebody wants to, do some shit, cheat, deal with whatever, they're only doing it because the opportunity presents itself. Because the opportunity is there.
Was fooling around for 2 years allegedly.
Yeah, the opportunity presented itself, and his dumb ass took the bait like an idiot.
They go together, DJ. That's what I'm saying. So if you thinking he got women just knocking his dough down, I'm not believing it because in that case he wouldn't be entangled in a 2-year relationship.
Skip, do you really think he can't deal with more than one person at a time though? That was probably some science shit he had on the side.
DJ, what I'm saying is you are elbow deep in your freak bag with a 19-year-old mid pack. Y'all doing race play, BDSM, That's choking her, you talking to her on the phone, making stuff that you should be saying in a room that ain't nobody in to be recorded. That's the only time you should be getting that type of shit off.
No, he shouldn't even be doing it then.
My point is you shouldn't be doing my point is if you a freak and you got certain desires and kinks and all this other stuff, you shouldn't be making that available to somebody you ain't even entangled with like that. So that to me, he went out of his way to choose this person. And if he had a lot of opportunities to date a bunch of different women, he wouldn't be doing all of this with a 19-year-old white girl.
I mean, you already know he got girl,
period. But more important, as a matter of fact, he has another suit from time past that involved a restraining order, and her name was Michelle.
Oh, that's not the same one?
I don't think it's the same Michelle. I just think her name happened to be Michelle. But the point I'm making is, DJ, like, let me just put myself on Front Street. 15 years ago, if I was single, I'm not in a prolonged relationship with somebody that's making me vulnerable on so many levels. If I have opportunity to do some of these same things with people who are more desirable towards me, if I have the opportunity.
Right.
Shannon ain't got it like that. First and foremost, that's what I'm saying. Shannon ain't got it like that. Secondly, Shannon is a freak and a pervert. That's second. That's probably first. That's first and foremost. Shannon is a freak, a pervert, and he got unresolved racial trauma from his childhood. That's what's leading to him doing this race play, right? Third, ain't no way. Bro. 3 years, 3 times your junior, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's tough.
He probably got grandkids the age of that girl.
I don't think he had. Does he have kids?
Yeah, he got 3 daughters.
Okay, gotcha.
So he very well could have grandkids that age. Because let's say he had kids when he was 19. By the time he's 56, 57, they're 38, 39. They could have kids that are teenage years. He could have, bro.
Yeah.
And even if he don't have no grandkids, I'm just saying the fact that is an opportunity. And then it ain't just like you just dating them. You dating her, you choking her, you talking to her crazy, you doing BDSM, slave play, all of this other stuff. And you sit here want me to believe that he got girls that he can talk to. That nigga is sick, bro.
I'm saying
that nigga is sick, bro.
Weirdo.
And he had a special predilection for that young girl, not just young girls, period, but that specific one. Because that's the only reason he would risk so much with that one and be with her for so long. That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't just happenstance you end up with anybody for 2 years.
But at the same time, me and you, we know, we understand logically and morally, we wouldn't do none of this shit. So we can't even really put ourselves in the mindset of a weirdo that would risk everything like that. Because I agree with everything that you're saying. I think, say he was in a situation where he was really infatuated with this girl. But also, like, I don't think this may be the first time that he's probably done this. Like, I think he's had multiple situations or opportunities with other women as well as this girl. But this is just the one situation that they really got him fucked up and caught up. And honestly, at the point of where he is, like I said, now that he's elevating to such a social status, popularity and all this stuff, why would you even risk this shit? I don't even understand it. On top of
it, just with the mid pack though.
How does that change things? Though, whether the girl was a mid pack or attractive or not, it's still a risk because she's 19.
I'm saying the point I'm making is, on top of all of this shit, she's mid. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what is drawing you to her?
He a weirdo, bro. That's the best way I can put it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what you like. It's options. Like, it's something about this mid pack. Like, because he didn't know that he was gonna be able to get freaky with her until something about her initially attracted him to her.
Oh god,
you feel what I'm saying? And I hear you. 72 pass. I agree with the control element. I agree with that. But it's also something like, so you see her. And I say he got the deep-rooted trauma that's leading into this race play, because I ain't never talked about this on the channel, but I'm of the belief, and I think I saw Black Hill in here, but I'm of the belief. I haven't done any research, and that's why I would lean on somebody who has done research into like sexual trauma. I think some like of your sexual like kinks and stuff are based in childhood trauma.
Okay.
So I think that some of the stuff that he's doing is based in trauma that he had as a young kid during his formative years. Not to say that he was molested or anything like that, but something happened to rig his brain to find pleasure in these things in his adult life. Just like a lot of people, and this is like direct information from people who, like a lot of people who, especially black men who end up being like homosexual. Not a lot, but a lot of people that I've conversed with, they were molested as kids by older black men.
Well, I mean, that's what the running narrative is, that and I see people in the chat talking about it too, but I've seen this in other places as well. Ever since he came out, you remember he got the green outfit with the man purse shoulder strap and him walking and looking all weird. It's been a whole narrative that, everybody think he gay, low-key gay for real. He, buy beard or something. And ever since that narrative came out on him, like, it seemed like he's been doing everything possible to prove to us that, oh, nah, I have sex. I get women. I get this. I get that. Because why would you even put yourself in these situations? You know what I'm saying? Like, this girl here, then the whole Michelle thing. Like, you can't tell me you didn't know that shit was recorded and uploaded to Instagram Live or a video web. Like, That was purposely done, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh, Michelle. Oh, Michelle. That's crazy right there. Oh, Michelle. Oh, Michelle. Oh, God. That's like, bro, this is sick. Because you know how many steps it takes for you to go live on Instagram?
That's what I'm saying. So I think all this stuff, I don't know his obsession to trying to prove people wrong, but you going about this shit all the wrong way. You get yourself fucked up, and now you really fumbling the bag now.
Now the bag has been fumbled. It's being returned by the opposite team for a touchdown. Like, this is going to be an easy lick for Busby.
Yeah.
Speaking of lick and Shannon Sharpe. That boy is a freak, boy.
Man.
That boy is a freak. He is a freak, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if she sue him, she win, and then she press criminal charges against him.
That's gonna be crazy, bro.
I would not be surprised. Cause some of the stuff that he did, like if those accusations are true, he violated her ability to properly consent to those acts multiple times. Yeah. If that stuff is true. But I also think it's like DJ said earlier, I do think two things can be true. I think this girl been lining him up for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
she has been lining him up for a while. And and let me finish the point. Like, you so caught up in your kinks, predilections, and fetishes that you didn't even see the writing on the wall. Like, she was gonna get you, she was determined to get you one way or another. She was gonna get you to finance her lifestyle for as long as possible and get whatever she could out of you. But I think after that, she saw that it could possibly be long term. At that point, she's asking for you to birth a child by way of the kink that you have. So that was gonna keep him around longer, even if he didn't come around, that child support. And now, since none of those things happen, wham bam, boom blam.
But then on top of that,
now it's a lawsuit for $50 million.
Because he just got this damn $100 million deal.
But he didn't even sign it yet. He was looking for, the thing got released because that was what he was saying that he wanted. Like, that's what he deserves. So I don't even know if he signed that deal yet. And this is gonna blow everything up. So I don't even know if Shannon Sharpe won't have the $50 million to give her.
Yeah.
So that's why I think if she win and he don't have the money, she gonna go the other route and get this nigga locked up.
That's unfortunate, man. It really is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And real quick, shout out to I always say shout out before I like throw a shot, like in general at the group that I'm shouting out. But like, shout out to all of our white female viewers and supporters. But like, in reference to these specific situations, a lot of the time when these black athletes, entertainers marry or deal with white women, it always ends bad for the black man. And they could be married for 20 years. That something happened to that man. She take the money, she dip, you know what I'm saying? She do something like this to bleed him dry. He go to jail over a misunderstanding. It's not 100% of the time, but best case scenario, that wealth is being stripped from his family and reallocated to hers. That's best case scenario.
And honestly, I don't really see how he really wins this, to be honest. Like, I think the bias is going to be so strong. Like, just the fact that the age difference alone is enough to make you be like, what the fuck? Like, nah, like, I think whoever be on his jury going to be like, that alone is enough to get you out of here, bro. You are 56. You was 54 at the time when you met her. She was 19, bro.
Freak ball. That nigga is nasty.
Why are you dealing with somebody of this age? It makes no sense. And people always want to throw up, well, white men do it all the time. That's not the fucking point. They weirdos too. But
yeah,
you know, like, just because they have a certain privilege or bias doesn't make it right still. Like, you shouldn't be dealing with this girl. I don't care if she was attractive. I don't care if she mid, ugly. I don't care if she got an OnlyFans. I don't give a fuck what she do on that OnlyFans. You can't get caught up in that shit, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, you was around for the civil rights era, bro. Come on, bro. Like you that old. You of that age, bro. You should know better at this point. You from the South, bro. You should know better. But
And then like you had people who were of your status and stature telling you, hey, bro,
chill,
stop.
bro. Yes.
Stop.
Monique was trying to save you, dog. She was trying to save you.
It's almost like they knew.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they already knew. Cat was trying to say, Cat was throwing nuggets out to him, and Shannon was like, oh, yeah, he wasn't really paying attention to shit that Cat was really saying, bro. He was just like, this is good content.
Because he was speaking over Shannon head.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've talked to somebody indirectly. You've talked to them directly about something that's in the metaphor and they not caught the metaphor. Like Kendrick said, I guess the integrity is lost when the metaphor doesn't reach you.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting there telling Shannon, hey, stay away from him. I am fearful. You should be too. Because it's not like they're, and he said, like, it's not like they're bad or they're all bad. And it's not like I'm demonizing them, but I do have a fear of them for what they have the power to do.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And what D2B2 was saying is like consent is key. And it's not just consent, it's consistent consent.
Because all it take it one time. All it
takes so like time. If you taking it to these levels of depravity, because at this point it's depravity. Anytime you get to going into a race play and talking about choking and all this other stuff, it's depravity. Like I don't care what nobody, like we say, people, I'm not gonna kink shame. At a certain level, like you are incorporating a certain level of insanity into the bedroom. You feel what I'm saying?
That you get off on, bro. Like you, this
is and that's what insanity comes in at, because under normal circumstances, this is something that would drive you up a wall. But when the doors close, you find the utmost enjoyment in it. That's insanity. That's insanity. But let me read the second point from him. He said, having imbalanced power dynamics is very likely a form of abuse. Got it. That's a fact. Where's number three? And stop effing around with people young enough to be your goddamn grandchildren. Facts on all accounts. Right under him saying this, Chance said, my daughter is 19, just graduated from high school last year. This is disgusting. Like I have a niece that's 20 and one that's 19. Shannon, man, I just could, like, this is crazy. Like I don't even have, I think I got uncles that's like in their late 50s like that. I couldn't imagine somebody that old having any conversation with my niece other than anything. Like if they not related, like if you're not a teacher, like something like in a professional capacity, but like him having, and this is not exclusive to Shannon Sharpe. We already know, like it's just his stuff just got so much dirtier. But like Leonardo DiCaprio got a predilection for young girls.
Yes.
Going back to the beef, like Drake like him barely legal. Like a lot of people in these entertainment industries have a thing for young girls. And like you said, it's about control, power imbalance, the ability to mold, aka groom. You know, you have all the money and the status, so you can create an environment where they feel like they can't do anything, or this is how it should be because they're not exposed enough. It's just crazy, bro.
And then on top of that, just to put it in a more even simpler context, like just the optics of it. You see how big and brolic Shannon Sharpe is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way somebody from the outside looking in is not going to even not going to even think that what she's saying is not true just based on the optics of it. This little girl, essentially, this little woman, whatever you want to classify her as, and this big, grown, old ass, brolic ass dude, of course he could do the thing that she said that he's doing to her. He can do all those things. He has the power and the ability to do so. He has that power to control the situation however he chooses to. And unless she uses deadly force against him in some type of way, it's no way that she's gonna be able to fight him off or, you know what I'm saying, do this and do that. Like it's no way. Just the simple optics of it looks insane, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, how can you be, for you to be or try to be as educated as you come out to be and things like that. How could you be so careless? It makes no sense whatsoever, bro. I'm sorry. I think it's a wrap for him. Like we'll all get all the memes out of him while we can. But other than that, I think it's a wrap for him. I really do.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. He blew it. But the thing is, I think the Michelle thing made him feel like he could shake some of this stuff off.
Yeah.
I think
Because
that was the best and worst thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah, it came and went. He was like, oh shit, I could still elevate, I could still get deals and make content. Ain't nobody really tripping. Oh yeah, let's go. No, bro.
And he was able to not only survive, he was able to get a new sponsorship deal through that with the pleasure pill thingies. Pleasure pill thingies. The Rose, yeah. I didn't want to say Rose because that's my son's name, and putting it next to this is insane. But but yeah, man, let's pivot. Let's speak on let's speak on a woman escaping a power dynamic that she felt wasn't
okay,
that she felt wasn't serving her.
I see
and
what
it's
you
now
did
hopefully onto a place that'll do her better. So let's get into Ari Lennox getting out of Dreamville.
She's in her soft girl era. Her soft girl era. It's about to happen. It's time.
And this article is per Hip Hop DX. Ari Lennox out at Dreamville after blasting label in rant. Ari Lennox has officially parted ways with Dreamville Records months after blasting the label on social media. According to TMZ, Lennox's departure has been handled quietly, and she will now be releasing music solely through Interscope Records. Interscope are the sole label credited on Lennox's latest single, Soft Girl Era. Lennox, Cole, and Dreamville are yet to comment on her departure from her longtime label. I hate these ads, bro, because they only want to get out the way. Back in October, Lennox demanded her release from Dreamville and aired out various grievances she had with the label. Quote, "I'm so tired. Where do I fucking start? My heart's beating so fast," she began. It sounded like the Drake lawsuit. She began her rant on social media. "I don't know what else to do. I try to do things the right way and no one takes me serious. And so we're here on social media again. I'm trying to be respectful, but I feel played right now." Lennox continued, "I told management that I didn't want the Smoke video to come out because I'm tired of how people treating me like I'm the face of mental health. I'm tired of people treating me like they're so sorry for me. I'm a human being who has been very transparent about my life, and it's just weird how everyone really gets agitated." I mean, I feel for her if she feels like she's not being properly, you know what I'm saying, represented by her label or her formal label, Dreamville, and being pushed in a way that she feels adequate. Because I think the mental health thing is why she ended up on the Ride Wave tour.
Yeah,
I think they thought that that's where the intersection would come from.
And that shit was weird. That made no sense. There's no reason why you should have Ari Lennox and Rod Wave on the same tour. This shit makes no sense, bro. And in that industry, I'm like, you have to basically advocate for yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And if she feels as though she had the talent to be pushed and she's not getting it, granted, I wouldn't necessarily air my grievances out, you know, saying on the lives and stuff like she was doing, but ultimately, I can empathize with her plight. You know what I'm saying?
My bad. My eyes watering. Go ahead.
I'll say it again for y'all. So Cole can drop early, but come on, Faithless, stop.
She had said it on Absa Stream. I was tickled. I enjoyed that thoroughly. But yeah, man. I'll keep going, DJ.
That should have thrown me off. Now he can drop R but not the fall off. That shit ain't never coming. That shit like Detox at this point.
I ain't gonna lie, that'll be the wildest turn of events. Like if it never drops.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Well, I'm not gonna say it's not coming, but like it's just been building up, bro. Like you to put so much behind this album, bro, and if it don't live up to expectations, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked. Yeah. So honestly, it's probably better that you not drop it. To be honest.
Okay, D2B2 just said two very interesting things back to back. Shout out to him for the super chat. I don't know who said it, but I'll repeat it because it's true. The Fall Off is not an album. It is a lifestyle.
Okay.
Also, I want to ask you about this and see how you feel about it.
Yes.
Dreamville is a failed record company.
Yes. I agree. 100%. It's not even an argument.
So we're not even okay. All right.
No, it's not an argument. It's not a debate. No.
Why do you feel this way? Let me enter the deep recesses of your mind and see why you feel that way.
Because nothing of note has come from it hasn't bared any fruit from the label other than himself. Jid is just now starting to come into it, but
he our age.
And let's just be real, Jid, it could be a hit or miss because this is his time, his momentum off the Forever Story, great album. But I feel so if he drop a dud or something that don't live up to the, the quality of his last project, he could be out of there. His time can pass him right on by. He's not one of those artists that has built up that catalog to where, if he drop a bad project, he could just bounce back and get you another one. He doesn't have that cachet like some artists do. This is his time to show and prove that he has to make a big splash in order to cement his place. And if he don't do that, then he out of here. Omen, trash. Boss, trash. Loot, trash.
No. I'm not gonna let you do that. Loot is dope. Are you talking about the progression of the career?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not talking about the artistic value.
My bad, Skip.
And I'm not talking about their artistic value. They rapping the bill. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm just talking about their career. All them shits. Boz, Loot, Omen, trash. Earth Gang tried to do a little something. I don't really know what their situation is because they doing kind of like an independent thing right now.
Let me look it up while you're talking.
But because their last project was something like a distribution, separate deal, that was outside of Dreamville, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, none of them has been able to flourish like TDE has, or even a Young Money did. You know what I'm saying? There's no other artist outside of J. Cole of note that can stand on their own. Nobody.
Okay, it's dropped through their last album, Perfect Fantasy, was dropped through since the 80s / Dreamville under the exclusive license to United Masters. So let me go back to the album before that. They were signed to Interscope, so they dropped their deal at Interscope.
Okay.
Yeah, they dropped their deal at Interscope.
But either way, I can't think of no other artists that he's dealt with or pushed or anything like that. And that's just one of the things that come with trying to get artists and push a label. I don't think that's meant for everybody to do. You can maybe become an executive behind the scenes or a producer or something. But when you when you become the flag bearer and you're the focal point and you're trying to bring artists up with you, it's a certain way you have to do that. And Cole and Eve or whoever's helped, they didn't do that well. They did not navigate that shit well at all. The way they release projects is very staggering. They don't do anything to build on any type of momentum that they have. They did a little bit with the Revenge of the Dreamers 3, that album.
That rollout was dope.
Yeah, that rollout was dope. And I think a couple people did drop something right after that. But that was years ago now at this point. Yeah. Where have they been? They just disappeared. Everybody. So it's
I'm trying to see. I think Luke dropped Goldmouth after that.
Yeah, Luke dropped Goldmouth. I remember that.
I think Kaz might have dropped, but Kaz is
I forgot about Kaz.
Kaz is kind of underground adjacent. So really the only standout rap artist from the label is Jid. So when you compare it to a TDE, like
it's
I said, it's and that's what I was going to say. It's no comparison because we really looking at Jid and Isaiah Rashad on the same level.
Same level. Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? And Isaiah Rashad has been through God knows everything, substance abuse, getting outed, all of these things, dropping sparingly. He's put out 3 projects in 12 years.
Yeah.
Sylvia Demo, Sons Tirade, and The House is Burning.
Burning.
Sylvia demo, I think, came out in 2012.
Damn.
Sons Tirade, 2015, 2016. House is Burning, 2022, I think. So for that, 3 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide.
Yeah, I just want to say that
Jid has the Never Story, DiCaprio 1 and 2, the Forever Story, and he's been on a slew of different projects. He's been on the Spillage Village stuff. He was all up and down Revenge of the Dreamers 3, and they're still on the same level.
Yes.
The only difference is Jid had a song that broke through. But as far as like where they perform at,
it's
the levels that they are, they the same, they in the same spot, and they the same age.
Like they name when you see them on a festival card, either be right next to each other, or Jid may be one step higher. But him and Isaiah Rashad could pretty much be on that same list, like that same row when you see him on
and the crazy thing about that is Isaiah Rashad ain't ever been a priority on TDE. So if you keep going, look at J-Rock. He's seen more success than anybody other than Jid on TDE and J. Cole. Schoolboy Q, same thing. Ab-Soul, same thing. Of course, Kendrick. So, but we put him and Cole. They both just off the list. We're not even comparing them. You know what I'm saying? Ray Vaughn, he's had more publicity and looks like success and attention than anybody not named Jid on that label. And he just came out.
And don't let me get on SZA. You got SZA. And then
wiping Ari down. And I think go in that, but one thing about SZA that I will say that I feel like Ari would never be able to compete with is the fact that SZA is way more mainstream catered. Like her entire style is like manicured to exist in the mainstream. Right. Ari Lennox at her height is Summer Walker. And I completely forgot about Doechii. Doechii on Jid level already, one album. She sold out a tour as soon as the album dropped.
I don't know, bro. I think she may be higher than that. She got a Grammy, dog.
There we go. And I don't know if does Jid have any gold albums? And I know that commercial success isn't just one thing, but she put out a culturally impactful project, the slow build. So that shows that the marketing is way better. Yep. The promotion is way better. The understanding of brand is way better. The music is kind of on par. And the thing about that is, which is crazy, is Doechii 26, Jid 35, and he still make music that's young enough to fit in the market of a Doechii.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like Jid kind of too old to make young nigga music. So his album has to have some level of maturity. Granted, there was maturity on the Forever Story, which I applaud. That was a really good album.
Yes.
But like he got to take it a step further on this album because it's going on 3 years later. And now the genre is calling for mature rap. So not only do you need to mature, your music needs to mature. And in that, your presentation will need to mature. Like D2B2 said, he just looked young.
Yeah, he just looked, but he our age for sure. And that new single Work ain't it. That shit ain't it, bro. I mean, it's cool, but that ain't what you need to push the needle to make it, you know what I'm saying, what we talking about. That ain't it. So
yeah, it's not one of those like shaking it up. It's just like, yeah, Jid is back. Jid can rap. And that was the thing that nobody ever doubted. Like that was the whole thing. Like, so I'm gonna hold him, like I'm gonna give him bail until the album drop because like you said, the song isn't bad. And his last album was really good.
Yes.
It was one of the best albums of that year. This was 2022. So I think the acclaim aspect of it was the Forever Story and Mr. Morale. In any circle that I heard, Those were the 2 albums that were considered for album of the year in 2022. So yeah, and then look at this, Fateless. He's older than Tyler and only 3 years younger than Dot.
Damn.
Look at Tyler.
Tyler, that's a whole nother monster right there, bro.
Look at Travis.
Yeah.
Who else young? Who else in that age bracket? Like shit crazy. Like that nigga older than Nip.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He might be. I think Nipsey was 33 when he passed. Nah, he would have been a little younger than Nip. But yeah, that nigga too old. Like he got to get to shaking some shit up.
Yeah.
Like he needs a culturally defining album.
And that's what I mean. Like he is one misstep away from going back to obscurity, bro. And that's also doing part to his development on Dreamville, which is no development whatsoever.
Bam.
And with the way that Cole releases music and his projects not being the greatest, like, okay, I can see if Cole had like those projects in between to where he could just make Dreamville last on his own because his projects are just so big. But his projects come and go just like theirs do. They don't really do a lot of huge, big numbers, and quality-wise, we've already discussed that shit. So
it's starting to feel like a tax write-off.
Pretty much. So I'm just like, I don't think that was his place to be. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say that. I think that's kind of disrespectful because I can't really tell him what his place is or what he can do with his career. I'm not gonna say that. However, I just don't think that based on the fruits or lack thereof that's been produced from the label that I don't think it's really been done well. Like the only person that has flourished outside of Jid is J. Cole. And that's not how it should be when you're leading a charge.
Yeah, and flourish is relative.
Yes.
Because we can look at Jid and not say he flourished. And then the flourishing that he did, I don't think that was by the hands of TDE. I mean, excuse me. I don't think it was at the hands of Dreamville because that song popped on TikTok.
Yeah. It was because
that song popped on TikTok. So I don't even know if we can credit that to Dreamville.
Because Surround Sound, I mean, that song was actually kind of old. Like I've been heard that song. And I was already over and done with it by the time it just started popping on TikTok. So it wasn't something that just released, it just got popping instantly. That song been out for a minute. And it just so happened to randomly get popping. So yeah, you can't even credit that to Dreamville. Like that's solely social media.
Yeah. Well, I think Jid started. Well, I don't know. But I think Jid had something to do with the challenge. I'm not exactly sure, but I think he had something to do with the challenge. But let me read this from D2B2. Shout out to the sponsor of today's chat. How do y'all feel about Joey? As we discuss rappers that are kind of in purgatory, Joey is younger than Jid, but even more stalled. Man, I'll say this. Well, go ahead.
I think he's stalled by a different reason, though. I don't think it's necessarily due to like the stuff that we talking about with Jid. I think Joey is stalled from the New York mindset from artists. Like they like New York, as far as the mindset, how they do music and things like that, they still stuck in the 90s, bro. In the early 2000s, and they have not been able to evolve the sound enough to where they can get shit popping like on their own. Like I think he just stuck from that shit. Like that's why I think that's really holding him up, just to be perfectly honest. But yeah, you could definitely compare him and Jid. Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely there.
I don't know if he has the backing though. Who is Joey signed to? Let me look that up real quick. But I will say this while I'm looking it up. I remember when Before the Money came out, that had to be 20. That was the year I went to Summer Jam because he was performing outside. So I'm thinking this is 2015 because Summer Jam was in the summer and I had that one on CD. I was very excited for him then. All American Badass came out. I didn't really connect to it like that.
Yeah.
And then he fell off for a long time, and then he came back with 2000. Was it did he come back with 2000? He did an EP first, or like a
Yeah.
3-track EP, I think, and then he dropped 2000, and 2000 was just okay. You know what I mean? So it's just, I just think Joe is just okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like a thing of him being suppressed. I just think in the space that he feels like he deserves to be in, I don't think he has the talent or music making ability to stand there.
And
I don't see that for him.
Yeah, I think he also is kind of guilty by association. And what I mean by that is he was making music, it was out back when, Kendrick and Drake then was, popping or just starting to get their rollout. And you just kind of associating yourself with that wave. Like, yeah, I was around making music during that time. I should be on that level in same respect as them. I'm like, no, bro, it don't work like that. You got to show your work.
One culturally impactful album to do that. And I think the closest that you got was All American Badass, and it didn't stick to me. And I haven't heard anybody like championing that album. I do think that they say, I don't know, bro. I haven't been in a circle and somebody brought up All American Badass. And granted, I'm in a very small circle in a relatively small town in a red state. So who am I, like, as far as like my small experience, to say that people not talking about it? But not even on the internet. Like, I feel like some people bring it up and it's like, yeah, the album was slept on, but not like culturally defining or nothing like that. But the person that I did want to bring up is this guy right here, Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry. Me, if you asking my opinion, I think he's the best out of everybody not named Tyler in that age group.
Yeah.
35 and 33, 34 and under, not named Tyler the Creator. Denzel Curry is the best.
I ain't mad at that. He definitely higher than Jid.
Honorable mention Vince Staples. But
okay,
Denzel Curry is the best.
Yes. I agree.
Hold on, wait. Him and Vince tied to me. Him and Vince are tied to me.
I got Denzel over Vince.
Okay, wait, let's line these albums up. So we got Summertime 06 versus what? Taboo? You taking Taboo over Summertime 06? Hold on. We having a hip hop discussion tonight, guys. Okay, happy 30th birthday to Denzel. I had no idea. But
pull this up.
No, Vince Staples, Skip. I wonder if she said that before I said it, but but yeah, okay, so yeah, let's pull up Denzel discography. I'm pull up Vince's real quick.
Yeah.
We having a hip hop discussion tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got off the clickbait shit.
All right, I got it up.
Give me 1 second. I got you. Just I got something for you.
Come on.
Okay, Summertime 06 versus Taboo.
I'm going Taboo still.
I'm going Summertime 06, bro.
Okay.
Summertime 06 might be a classic, bro. That shit was fire.
Taboo up there, bro. I'm sorry.
It is. I think that's a great album. Prima Donna versus what was the next album?
After that, you got Zoo, which is 2019.
I give you Zoo. Prima Donna didn't hit like that. These next two albums, Prima Donna and Big Fish, they didn't hit like that to me.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't make them for music listeners. He made them for placements.
Okay. And this was like an EP, so I'm not counting that.
The
next one, it was a project called Unlocked in 2020. I never heard it personally, but it is only like 7 songs, so I'm thinking it's like an EP. But then after that, you got Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, and I'm taking that.
Oh, that's killing Big Fish there.
It's not even close.
That album is amazing.
Yes,
if y'all have not heard Melt My Eyes, See Your Future?
Yeah, Build My Eyes. See
If
Your
y'all
Future.
haven't heard that one, that and Taboo, that is why I think Denzel Curry is the best. Or tied with Vince Staples, which is what we're doing now. So the next one is FM.
And we got King of Mischievous South. And I'm taking King of Mischievous South. That's the last one he got. And then Vince, I know Vince dropped Dark Times because I just
Hold
listened to
on.
that the other day.
I haven't heard the original King of the Mischievous South. So I'll
we
give you
did.
that one.
Oh, the volume one.
What we heard was King of the Mischievous South 2.
Right. Yeah, volume 2.
Yeah, so I haven't heard volume 1.
I think volume 1, that's not on streaming because I don't see that on
Okay,
Apple
so I
Music.
haven't heard that one. So
Yeah.
you were saying volume 2 was going against FM.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be the
you got that.
Yeah.
So then you got probably the best run of Vince Staples' career.
And there's
Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart, and Dark Times. Vince Staples is the guy. Vince Staples is the guy. I'm taking Vince Staples, dog.
Well, I guess I'll say that only because Denzel does have 2 projects before Taboo, but I haven't heard those.
Imperial. I am the one, the only one. Yeah, that's the one where he got it's like a Dragon Ball Z-esque. Like that song broke him into the mainstream underground.
Like I know that song, but I haven't listened to that album in its entirety. And he had another one before that called
I'm still not taking that over. I'm still not taking Imperial over Summertime 06. I think I low key think Summertime 06 is a cult classic. It's like a underground adjacent low level mainstream classic. I'm taking Vince Staples, bro. His album ran like outside of, I feel like he made up for the time he took to get sync placements with Prima Donna and Big Fish with the last 3 albums. Really FM going forward, because FM was a fire return to form. So from FM, Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart, and Dark Times.
Okay. I mean,
he low key like art, like content wise, he low key clearing Denzel Curry.
Just the albums that we mentioned, like, because Denzel don't have that amount of albums as Vince does.
Well, give me how many albums does he have?
I mean, just the one.
Imperial, Taboo, Melt My Eyes, and King of the Mischievous South 2. Yeah. I'm going Summertime 06.
Did you say Zoo?
Are you counting Zoo personally?
Yeah, that's an album.
Okay, so that's 5.
Yeah, we got. Hold on.
So if we doing that, I'm just deleting Prima Donna and Big Fish, and that strengthens Vince Staples' claim.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got 5.
Yeah, so I'm taking Summertime over Imperial. I give you FM. I mean, I give you Taboo over FM. I give you Melt My Eyes over Vince Staples. But Ramona Park and Dark Times is better than the other albums. I got Vince Staples in a nail biter.
Okay, let's just say that it ain't no wash.
I got because we had forgot about Imperial, and then we deleted. Yeah, because if we condense Vince albums that and we lining them up like that, it takes the ability for his last 3 albums to be runaways.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
In terms like the artistry, I get where you going with the artistry, like complete bodies of work. But as far as technical rapping ability, who raps better, Vince or Denzel?
When you say technically rap better, what do you mean?
Like in terms of how they rap, like on the beat, like cadence, flows, bar, like double entendres, like who raps better?
Vince Staples is a walking double entendre.
I don't know, bro.
I really think you sleeping on Vince, because I think Denzel Curry has dope flows, but I don't recall like hearing a bunch of double entendres from him. Like they have different rap styles,
Yeah.
But like if we're talking about who's the nicest as a MC, I'm taking Vince Staples.
Okay. All right. That's
I
fair
think Denzel Curry has a more expansive set of rap tools. I think Vince Staples uses his collection better.
Okay, I can go with that. Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on Vince, because that's not the case. I actually really enjoy Vince Staples. Like I like his music, but I don't know. I just like Denzel Curry more. It's just like
And
a preference.
then when we talk about who can rap better, like we got to look at stuff beyond flows. We got to look at symbolism, imagery, like even stuff like foreshadowing, the use of non sequiturs. We have to look at so much stuff. And when we get into the actual component of like the poetic elements, the literary elements in those devices, I don't think he can fuck with Vince. Vince got a song, I think it was on, is it on Vince Staples or is it on Ramona Park, about when the gun's the metaphor?
It's Ramona Park.
I don't know if Denzel can make songs like that.
I know it is. It's Ramona Park, because I always remember when Bino was talking about when that first album came out. That was his favorite song, and that's why he kept that just always stuck in my head.
And
how
then
much he
this,
loved that
shout out to
song.
Stella. Vince is better at storytelling too, and I think he's better at illustrating perspective just in general. Like I played Dark Times, and that's probably why I haven't all the way caught up. Finished episode 18 because I had to play Dark Times several times over and over, because the first time it kind of fly by you almost, you know what I mean? But as I'm listening to it over and over and I'm getting the perspective and seeing what he's saying, and man, that album, bro, that's a special album. That's a really good album. And it's just like no, Dark Times.
Oh, Dark Times. Okay.
That album is really, really fucking good.
I was trying to save my thoughts for the actual episode, but
yeah, we ain't got to break it down right now. Shout out to Fateless. She said I like Denzel better, even if Vince is better at it. And that's where preference comes in. That's where preference comes in.
And I think that's where I am with it. Like, even though overall, Vince is better, I just would prefer Denzel over him.
Shout out to Ergo Kondo. Melt My Eyes was Denzel's peak symbolism. That album is, like I said, that's a really good album too. King of the Mischievous South too wasn't that symbolic, but for somebody from the South who like fuck with Project Pat and 3 6 Mafia and just Memphis music in general, that shit right there,
yeah, buddy,
slap. We did a King of the Mischievous South album breakdown, didn't it?
We did.
Is it on YouTube?
It should be, I think. No. That's
on Patreon.
Yeah, that's on Patreon.
Okay, well, if you want our breakdown on King of the Mischievous South too, it is on Patreon and the YouTube members. I saw somebody join the YouTube members, so you might be able to see that. Let me read some of these super chats because we've been yapping. Let me see. Oh, I missed a lot of them.
Stella says she put Dark Times right next to Blue Lips.
That's a different conversation. The Bear. Okay, I read this one. Shout out to Dre. GNX's Kenny best album. It's a classic DMX type. I don't know about that. I actually vehemently disagree with that. To Pimp a Butterfly is his best album. I don't even think it's a conversation. Me personally, I think To Pimp a Butterfly is perfect. I think Good Kid, Mad City is also perfect, but the perfectness, like it's like a different level of perfect. Like, I don't think it's a note that they could have changed to improve To Pimp a Butterfly. And then on top of that, that's the best rapping of his career. So I think that's his best album. I think I'm taking To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Damn, Mr. Morale, and Gen X. But they're all above 9 out of 10 for me. So That's why I feel like he got the. And I think after Gen X, well, no, not after Gen X. I think after To Pimp a Butterfly, I really think the next 4 are preference.
Mm-hmm.
But let me finish because I don't want to get back tied into Kendrick. Down in Dixie, shout out to him for the $5 super chat. I just heard somebody call Shannon to ESPN. Oh, ESPN Drake. Okay. And I need one of y'all to send a paramedic over here to answer the court, man. Look, that's crazy, bro. Hold on, I gotta take these off. Hold on.
Yeah, man. ESPN Drake is nasty work. That is nasty work. Shout out to Ensley, man. I was just over the what was that Saturday? I was just over there Saturday. So shout out to Ensley. I mean, I'm really over there all the time, to be honest. But yeah, I'm yeah. I can't hear you now. I see you, but I can't hear you. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, I don't hear you, Skip. What you do? Mm-mm. Yeah, I think you muted. I don't know what you did, Skip. I don't know what you did, bro. Yeah, I don't hear you, boss. Can y'all, hey, chat, can you put some in the chat? Let us know. Can y'all hear Skip at all? Because I can't hear him.
Yo, can you hear me now?
There we go.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you good. You good. Well, I can hear you. I don't know if they saying. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they hear you.
Yo.
Yeah.
How do I sound? I know y'all can hear me, but how do I sound? Because I had to switch something up real quick.
Yeah, you good.
Disaster averted. Let's get back to these super chats.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Damn, that was gonna be tough. Let me see. Okay, so the shout out to D2B2. Shannon out here doxing. Nasty dude. That woman's young enough to be his granddaughter. Facts. He obviously sought her out for the purpose of power and balance, calling him a freaky MFS being charitable. I agree.
Yep.
I agree. Say Shay. I hear you like I'm young.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, he'll probably survive on Cell Block 1. They not gonna wrestle him down.
I mean, not if it's really what they say, like what they say he, down low and all that shit. He'll probably enjoy that.
All right.
It is what it is.
Shannon is not desirable. Shout out to Sandy Chance with the super chat. Shannon is not desirable, DJ, but his fame and money gives him options. This 19-year-old was a choice. That's what I'm saying. He picked her for a reason, but we don't have to go back through it. I'm curious. I wish I could ask him what was the reason. And he had to tell. I need the lasso Wonder Woman, so he'll tell the truth.
And that's what I'm saying. His money and fame gives him options, which is what I was trying to say, but it's fine.
But I still don't, and I'm saying, like, I think the option is not bad because that's the only way you end up with a mid pack. That's 3 times your junior. It's so many reasons why she shouldn't have been chosen. That's what I was trying to say.
Because he's a fucking weirdo, bro. That's all it is.
You couldn't find a baddie to be weird with.
It don't matter.
That's crazy. It's nasty work. It's already nasty. It's just like, damn, like, ill.
He had 3 women pregnant. Oh my god, that's
freak ball. Hold on, I didn't know that, but yeah, that's like on par. Like that's Tyreek Hill now.
Yeah,
that's Nick Cannon now. Niggas be getting folks pregnant. Jane Ho. Alrighty, with the super chat. That's what happens when you can theoretically have anything, but act like you want everything. And to DJ's point about greed,
Yes.
I gotta find a way to wear these because, bro, my head is booming. These holes so tight. I need some new headphones. I don't know who said it. Okay, I did read that one. Purgatory, that started a great conversation. Shout out to the transporter. I think Big Crit is better than all of them. If you're talking about Dreamville, hell yeah, it's an argument. He's better than Cole.
Yes, like, but he's from a whole nother era though, so I don't really count him with the G.
At that point, we compare him to Cole.
Oh yeah, what?
But shit, how old is Crit?
Shit, he our age, ain't he?
Let's see how old Crit is, because we already know if Jid the young bull and he 35.
Crit gotta be our age, bro. He came out the same time as Cole and Big Sean and Wale. All them, he was out during that same time. He gotta be at least our age.
He 38.
Okay, there we go. I knew he was somewhere close, or if not our age,
35, 34. Yeah. So the point is, he's on par with Omen, Kaz, all these niggas. But the thing about that is, I wouldn't ever compare him to them.
Yeah,
because he was a breakout on his own.
Who?
Like Kendrick is the breakout from TDE. J. Cole is the breakout that created Dreamville.
Right.
So I feel like even though like Schoolboy Q and them found success within the TDE system, like Kendrick transcended TDE.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And J. Cole kind of transcended what was at the time Rock Nation, and then leaned into Dreamville.
And that's the only thing.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, shout out to the transporter, became a YouTube member. Yes, sir.
In the last, and I read this at the finish.
The only reason I would put J. Cole over Big Crit is just because of the resources that he had and the impact he was able to break out and do in having his own record label and being more mainstream than Crit. But if we going bodies of work, it's not even close. And we did our verses back then, and I think I did very good improvement in showing that this shit ain't like Crit got it, bro. He got it over J. Cole. It was because we did a versus matchup back during COVID, just for the people who don't know. And we did like hit for hit, like song for song, 20 songs. Well, we did 20. We did 20.
It was 20.
20 Crit versus J. Cole. And that shit was like, that first 10 was really, really good. But after that shit, Crit just kind of ran away with it after that. So, but yeah, I think that's the only thing separating Cole from Crit is the fact that Cole was actually able to break through and become more mainstream versus Crit just don't really have a reach like that. But we all know the quality is there.
Ergo Kondo, or Chando, Vince not on TDE. He signed to Def Jam, I think.
Yeah.
He just from the West, but I think he signed to Def Jam.
No, he UMG, I think.
Oh, he went to Universal?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, he UMG.
I ain't Def Jam.
Oh, you mean Def Jam being under UMG?
Yeah, ain't there a parent company? I don't know, but I mean it ain't that deep. We ain't gotta look it up.
Yeah, but no, he UMG though.
Okay.
I think he got like a.
He was under Def Jam. Because the big thing was why don't artists grow under the Def Jam? He was Def Jam was a division of UMG.
Okay, gotcha.
Let's go to Dark Times and see where he's at on Dark Times. He's on the Blacksmith Records, Def Jam, a division of UMG. So yeah, let's read this. Shout out to D2B2 with the $20 super chat. You know me, Glock 32. I like the Kobe's. Pop it when I'm lonely. At the seams, throwing 20s on your back like Ginobili. You fucking on the homies. Okay. Who said that?
Yeah, I don't know who said that.
I don't know. That's not ringing a bell off top. And I feel dumb because he just sent this $20 super chat.
I mean, it had to be in relation to what we was probably talking about. We probably
possibly. I think no. This if I want to say it's still when Sparks Fly, but let me see.
Oh, I think this was in the chat when we talked about when Sparks Fly.
Because I think that you fucking on the homies. Hold on. Hold on. I feel dumb. I got music overload with this fucking. No, it's not. It's
He said
It's a Vince Staples song. What's
Caliphate.
Earl sweatshirt song, but Vince Staples got a verse.
Okay, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that song actually.
I wonder, is this the one with like the iconic like Vince Staples feature when he was rapping sitting in the car? It was like a black and white shot video. And everybody looks at that like a super elite Vince Staples verse. But I remember Vince Staples come up run. I remember hearing him on Nobody Smiling on Common's album.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this nigga is special. Shout out to the Transporter. Big Crit just have a terrible deal that killed his career. As a Mississippi native, I will forever fight for Crit. Man.
We fighting with you, bro. We fighting
Yeah.
with you. We fighting with you. We fighting with you, bro.
He definitely him, Wale too, man.
Yeah.
Like they just fell victim of the music industry.
Like those two artists I really hold kind of dear to me. Like I just feel as though like they potential was never truly seen, to be honest. But they got all
away from them bullshit that they own.
Yeah, man. Oh, you know that's my shit, bro. You know that's my shit. but yeah, they got all the technical ability. They got the ability to make good albums. They have the ability to make thought-provoking music. They have it all. They just haven't really. Well, Wale more so than Crit has really gotten a little bit more exposure, but definitely Crit. I just don't feel so had that really true time to shine. I don't think it's coming out at this point. So
yeah, because the thing about Wale is every album cycle, he had a dope song that was gonna make radio.
Right.
Crit didn't really have that.
Yeah, and the fact that he was around Ross and Meek at the peak of their career, getting popping, like even though we agree that may not have been the best fit for him being on MMG, but that was still exposure that Crit never got a chance to get. Crit never reached that kind of exposure to the masses like Wale did. So I think that's just the difference.
Yeah. And I think it all just comes down to the South got something to say. So with that being said, let's go to the next piece of content that we'll get, and then we'll get ready to close this shit out.
Yeah.
Outkast, speaking of the South got something to say, will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And this is per Hip Hop DX as well. Outkast will be among the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees later this year. The iconic Atlanta rap duo are set to be part of the class of 2025 alongside the likes of the White Stripes, Sidney Lauper, and Soundgarden. They will also be the first ever rap duo to enter the hall after Eric B. and Rakim were passed over last year. We got to fix that. Mariah Carey was among the artists who made the short list but were not selected for nomination this year. Damn, they got in over Mariah Carey. Pioneering female rap group Salt and Pepper are also selected to be inducted as part of the separate music influence category. Big Boy commented on the honor on his Instagram, writing Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the last Infinity Stone, and the Thanos glove. Outkast is everlasting. It is not yet known if Outkast will reunite for the induction ceremony, which is scheduled to take place on November 8th and be streamed on Disney+. If the duo do get together, it'll be the first time they had shared a stage in more than a decade following their conclusion of their festival reunion tour in 2014. Hip-hop has historically been underrepresented in the Hall of Fame, sparking debates about the genre's inclusion. Last year, Tribe Called Quest were inducted, and stop me if you need me to, DJ, were inducted in the Hall of Fame by Dave Chappelle, with Q-Tip also delivering an emotional speech at the ceremony. And I ain't gonna read that, and that kind of ends the speech on that.
Well, just first I'll shout out to Andre 3K and Big Boy. Yeah, it's an honor, well deserved. Like, I mean, I know how you feel about Outkast, and I know what they mean to hip hop in general. Yeah, 80.
That's my favorite group of all time.
I'm about to say, don't you got 3 of their albums on the wall?
You damn skippy.
Yeah, it's 3.
Southern Playalistic, and all the way at the top outside of View is ATLiens. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. But like I said, I definitely, appreciate, the respect that they're getting. But this may be a real dumb question to me, but it's just something I've always thought about. Why is it the Hall of Fame is like default to rock and roll? Like, why is that the standard, or like why is that listed that way? Why isn't it like a hip hop Hall of Fame that has that prestige? Why is it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I've always wondered that.
The same reason Jonathan Majors was running down the street.
Okay.
I'll leave it there.
I wouldn't use that example, but I get it.
You feel me? So like, we know where the power structure lies. We know where we know who the real gatekeepers are. We know who can push people out of genres that weren't even created by them. We know all of this stuff. So that's why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like the most prestigious one. And I think hip hop is so young that it hasn't even got to like be opened up for a Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to in the next 15 to 20 years for them to establish a hip hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel as though it's only right, bro, because not to saying that honor isn't important or prestigious. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me because I don't consider any of their music or any of the people that's being inducted or honored as rock and roll, bro. Like, I don't know. It just kind of
Who created rock and roll?
What you mean?
Who created rock and roll?
I don't know. I don't get it.
We did. So why wouldn't we be rock and roll?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like I said, that was just something I thought about, bro.
I'm just saying, I'm getting on my black shit now.
Okay, I got you.
And it kind of ties back in the centers with that specific type of blues being the most influential.
Oh, Skip, please don't. Skip.
Ryan Coogler in the world. I haven't seen it yet, so
I know. I'm telling you, Skip. Just hold your horses, bro. Hold on.
That's all I have to contribute to the movie.
Okay.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Chucky B. That's the answer I was looking for when I asked you.
Okay, I got you.
And Rosetta. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I said it to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, we look at rock and roll as like this, like rock and roll as well as many other genres of music, jazz, blues, fucking for a while, R&B. They trying to gentrify rap per the Eminem fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, rock and roll in its inception was a black genre as well as country. So it's like they just co-opted those power structures, co-opted those genres, and are now actively trying to push us out because they need to redefine, they need to rewrite history. So with that being said, the only people who can dictate what is rock and roll is the people who created rock and roll. And we did this shit. So if we want to say hip hop is rock and roll, we can say that shit.
Okay.
Okay.
We could definitely revisit this once you see Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll have an expanded view on this topic once you see Sinners, bro.
I can't wait, man.
And you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. So
shout out to Latrice Gaskins. When Little Richard did it, it was too loud, too reckless, too ghetto, primitive, you know. And then you look at, I can't remember who it was, but it was some drummer from like a big time ass rock band. And he was like, he stole his drum patterns from the drummer from the Gap band.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
and I guess I just got to get out that default mindset, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, when I automatically think about rock and roll, I'm thinking about Nirvana, Aerosmith, like that kind of like. So that's why it's just kind of like I just got to get out of that way of thinking and really think about it on a grander scale, because all music is derivative from some place. In
Yeah.
most cases, it's from us. So I get what
But
you're
yeah,
saying.
but really in reference to that genre exactly, like we created the genre of rock and roll, not just like
Yeah.
it dates back to musical expression from like Africa or some shit like that. No, I mean like the rock and roll genre was created by black people. But let me see what Keith said. You beat me to it, Skip. It was Dave from the Foo Fighters, also formerly of Nirvana with Kurt, who mentioned his influence being the Gap Band. Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah, man, we too influential. You try to read the game, but you can't fake influence. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we really everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just ironic, you know. They try to tell like, yeah, that ain't you didn't even create it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't make it. How the fuck you gonna tell me what it is and you didn't make it? But yeah, y'all, this is a school night. Got to get the kids up and out for school in the morning. So we gonna cut this one short in about 10 to 15 minutes. If y'all have anything y'all want us to discuss on the way out, I know we kind of like revved up a conversation about rock and roll, and I think this would be something for us to go into on a later live stream or a video.
That's why I said we should revisit this after you see Sinners. That's why I said if once you see that, we could definitely double back and revisit this, and I think you'll have even more points to go with what you're saying once you see that.
Oh, hey y'all, what about this? What about this? What about this? And I know we got stuff on the docket. I know.
But that ain't even the word,
bro.
We got so much shit to do.
So much shit.
It's
so much shit to do, bro. Okay. Hey, that'll be a dope live stream. If that'll be a good family function. That'll be a good ass family function. I'm gonna reach out to Epps and ask her about this, how she feel about it. And I hit up Moni too and see if that could be a part of the next family function. We could talk about centers and talk about where we tie into it to be the musical component and all of this other shit. I think that'll be fire.
Whenever you
video, what happened? What J. Cole do?
I don't know, Skip. Whenever you do, if you able to plan that with them, I'm on that live stream. I'll move whatever I gotta move around. I'll be on that one. Cause I wanna see the movie again. That's how good it was. So if we gonna actually have a live stream, we gonna talk about it, I'm there.
Yeah, I feel like that'll introduce us to her. They're like, hold on, they talking about Sinners? Then they get over here, it's like, yeah, but the musical influence. But the musical influence, you feel what I'm saying? So she had to push back seeing it this weekend. We were going to have a live on Sunday to discuss it, but she had to delay seeing it. Y'all, I'm gonna try to get to it this weekend, but I just can't promise y'all because I'm gonna be 100% honest. DJ, what time I hit you up today asking you about going live? What, 7 o'clock?
Yeah, it was like 7-11 or some shit like that. like, hey, you good enough to stream? 7:30? Yeah. I was like, bro, what?
Because I wasn't going to. Because I wasn't going to, but I remembered that I had told, you know, the people on the community post that, hey, we're gonna do it Monday because we didn't do it Saturday. And I know this is the only day that we can do it because Tuesday, well, tomorrow, we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna do that. I want to enjoy the concert, so I'm not even gonna bring that up. But and then I work Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday, you know, that's far. But if I go see it, it'll have to be Friday or possibly Saturday, and we need to record Sunday. So but hold on, Sunday is the 4th. That's not Mother's Day is the 11th. So we don't do anything the week of the 11th. So we really got to tap in and get some shit done. But yeah, I had 6 tickets to IMAX. Had to drop out at the last minute. And we only got 2 places showing IMAX in Birmingham.
So I mean, did your brother and sister go see it still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, they went to see it and enjoyed it. My sister said that shit was phenomenal. And then went back to see it Sunday.
What? Oh, damn.
Crazy.
Right. I ain't gonna lie to it. If we didn't go to Oak Man on Sunday, I probably would have went back and saw it Sunday too, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, that's
That
crazy.
shit hurt. She was like, it was phenomenal. We're going to see it again. How about you buy my tickets since I couldn't get my refund back because I bought all our tickets together. Now I didn't pay for all of the tickets, but I'm the one who bought the tickets.
Yeah.
So I bought all of the tickets together. So if I refunded me and my wife tickets, I was gonna have to refund the whole order. So I lost money with like, and you gonna sit here and tell me, yeah, I'm going to see it again. Nigga, send me my money back. Shit. The fuck?
She got it.
Big money. I like
She
it. But yeah, I would definitely reach out to Absa and Moni about that because I think that'll be dope. Because it's like we can just kick it. It'll be a family function. It ain't super. But yeah, at least the first 2 times I see it, because I want to give it the same respect I gave Doom. I saw Doom like 3 times in the movies.
Okay.
I want to give my nigga Ryan that respect. You know what I'm saying? Especially with what he's standing on. And if it's as good as everybody's saying, I'm gonna probably want to see it more than once anyway.
And this is the last thing I'm gonna say on it. I know people were saying, I don't know how true this is or not, that it was supposed to have been originally Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, I heard that too.
As the siblings, but I don't know, bro. The way Michael B. Jordan did this shit, I think I like it this way. He smoked that shit, bro.
I'm glad.
I don't know if it would have been the same dynamic, or acted out as well. Well, not saying that because we know Jonathan Majors can act, but I don't know. I think the way it ended up was probably better in the long run, to be honest. I really do feel that way because the emotional connection between the two brothers, with them being actual twins, it hit hard, bro. You know, it hits a lot harder. So yeah, I think it was for the best ultimately. Like that, it was just Michael B. Jordan playing both roles, then Jonathan Majors and him together. Even though we know they got good chemistry, I know that, but I think everything happens for a reason, and I think this one was for the better.
I think Jonathan Majors is on the like as good as I think Michael B. Jordan is. I think Jonathan Majors is on in front of that camera. I think he's on another level. I think that bro, he is phenomenal. Like,
I mean, he
got in trouble doing some shit he shouldn't have been doing.
I do think he's a better actor than Michael B. Jordan, but just for the story of the movie, with them being twin brothers, like so when you see it, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Like, it just hits harder to me, in my opinion.
Oh no, I'm not saying it would have been better. I'm just saying, just actor to actor. I think Jonathan Majors is an elite company. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like he's a role away from being considered one of the better actors of this generation. That's what I mean.
Like, bro, I really hate
this real quick. Keith said, yeah, and that's why I'm glad I purchased through Fandango app. I did too. I just bought like all of the 6 tickets were on the same order. So I can't open that exchange up without opening all of the tickets up. But go ahead.
I mean, you know how I feel about Jonathan Majors as far as like the potential that he had in terms of what he was with Marvel and how they did him and how he was as Kang. Like, I was definitely a fan of Jonathan Majors and seeing him in Lovecraft. Like, you know, those were roles that I was excited for him, like from those aspects. Like, he's definitely a great actor. I definitely give him that. I just hate that he wasn't able to really get his just due with everything that happened to him and him being Kang and everything focused around him in the MCU and things like that. But it is what it is, bro. So
yeah, that shit unfortunate. That's
because
what I stand on that.
Because all the work, even though me and we talked about this, like they didn't really do a good job with phases 4 and 5 in terms of building up the narrative and the story. But even the work that you did build up with Kang and what you could have done with the rest of his story, with all the, post-credit scenes that you did have, like, and then what you set him up with the Council of Kangs and the stuff with Loki, like, It was so much you could have did with that shit, bro, and it just wasted. And now they panicking, revamping shit. I mean, as they should. I mean, at this point, but it just, I don't know. I'm just kind of afraid the MCU, it's not gonna hit the way they think it's gonna hit.
Yeah,
but
because they pushing everything to the end to be impactful.
But I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to being wrong. If I am wrong, I will. You can pull this back up and say, you know what I'm saying. I am open to being wrong. But as of right now, I don't have a lot of confidence in Doomsday and Secret Wars. You know, but I'm way too invested in the Marvel MCU structure that, you know, I gotta see it. Like, I gotta see how this shit gonna end. But yeah, I'm not super confident anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I ain't gonna lie. They gonna have to knock. And we ain't gonna go on about this. They gonna have to knock Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts out of the park for me to get back on board.
Yeah, and
I'm realizing now I can easily go find some other shit to do.
Yeah, I'm going to see Thunderbolts Thursday, and then, you know, Fantastic Four is in July, and I'm actually kind of excited for the Superman movie. That's what I'm low key excited for. I think that's gonna be good, actually. But yeah, before we get too deep in that, you know,
because we got 3 minutes.
Yeah,
is it anything that y'all want us to discuss before we get out of here?
Yeah, I can go down we can go down a rabbit hole with all that.
Yeah, Cherry Ann, you gotta see Lovecraft Country. You gotta see it. Ain't no way around it. You gotta see it.
Yeah, Lovecraft is amazing, bro. Yeah, you gotta see it.
Rest in peace, Michael Williams as well.
Oh, The Harder They Fall was good too. Did you see that?
I did. Fire.
Yeah, that was good too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's it. That's what we'll talk about.
What?
We'll discuss this on the way out. I forgot this. Somebody brought it up.
Young Thug. Yeah.
Where's that other tab? Did I delete it? Oh, here we go. My bad, y'all. I forgot about this. Michael K. Williams. You don't got to see Lovecraft. Yes, you do. Lovecraft Country was fire. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Lovecraft Country was fire. I don't know why they
just canceled it.
Yeah.
I think it was pushing the needle too much, to be honest. I think it was like with what they were showing with Tulsa and all this stuff. I think it was,
and they doubled back with it on Watchmen.
Yeah, so I think they were just kind of like, hold on, man. Y'all get a little too wild with this shit. We don't want y'all to really go into details about that time frame. All right, slow your roll. But, you know.
Yeah, shout out to Dre. He said the first one to the paperwork win, as quoted by White America.
Okay, gotcha. I get it. That's the rock and roll stuff. I get you.
I was Kendrick and Beyonce worked together in that stage design. She's using the same font and everything, split screen, everything. Okay, let's read this on the way out. Young Thug opens up about his relationship with Gunna. Everybody wondered that. Young Thug has finally addressed his relationship with Gunna after seemingly dissing him in songs and social media since his release from jail in the fall. Thug sat down for an interview with GQ that was published on Friday, April 25th, and the journalist brought up the rumors of a rift between the YSL rappers, and asked what the status is. However, Thug didn't provide a clear answer. Watch the full interview. I'm not finna do that. You call that nigga a rat multiple times in this new song. I wonder if they got the quotes from the song. On the song's hook, Thug raps, these F niggas telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friends. He later spits, brother, you a rat, my brother. Thug also reiterated the accusation in the subsequent verse, twin, you a rat, you smoke. Okay, like I said, he hate him. Of course, he's not gonna say nothing because he's tied to
parole.
No, he's tied to the label still.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
Business is business. It's strictly financial.
Yeah. That got to be tough to deal with. I wonder how he gonna get off as far as Gunna, like just separating himself from that.
I don't think Thug gonna let him go till he fulfill his contract, because Thug want to make as much money off his, by his definition, telling ass as possible. So yeah, he finna, hey nigga, you ain't done until you done, until I say you done.
That's crazy.
Like that.
That's a crazy position to be in, man.
The one thing I didn't like about Watchmen was, it was like the sex scenes was like gratuitous. It was like unnecessary. Like, I also didn't like how it was just like, it was unnecessary. Like, he didn't have to go have a secret relationship with the other superhero dude and Watchmen. I felt like that whole part of it was super unnecessary, and then it turns into some weird, like because he was like, because I think like it was so many racial undertones in it, and for him to be having sex with a white man just made it weird. It just made it weird. Like, with the context that was around it, it was like, hey, we got the breath to go as far as we can with the content. Let's just throw a sex scene in there and let's just have the two superheroes have sex with each other. I just felt like that was unnecessary.
Oh, because it was on HBO.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they was humping a bunch. And it was just like, they don't have to. Keish said, well, I'm interested to see how Dot show here in Atlanta finna go with how some of these Atlanta artists been acting super flaw. It's gonna go great. I mean, ain't nothing they can do. Ain't like they can be like, hey, don't go to the show on the strength of me. Nigga, no, like, it already sold out.
Yeah, like they ain't gonna be able to move nothing to stop Kendrick from doing what he gotta do.
Nah, it's already
like,
finna do. It's already done what it's doing.
Like, Kendrick is already bigger than any other Atlanta's artist, so it ain't like they can push the button to get him out of there. It don't work like that.
It's gonna do just fine. They just gonna hate. Aoife Kerr, morning skip DJ in the chat from the UK. Replay gang is gonna do you quite well because we finna go. Sorry to tell you. So shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to Stella. She said, enjoy the concert. I know you've been trying to avoid spoilers of the set list, but just know both of you will be satisfied with it. Thank you. Thank you, Stilo. Let me see. Cynthia, shout out to her. She said, before you leave tonight, I wish you so much fun tomorrow. I can't wait to hear everything. Yeah, I think if I'm free Friday, we might come on and do like a recap. But if everything goes well, we probably have like a little short 15, 20, maybe 30-minute vlog from our experience to release. So that might work out. Maybe some concert footage and all that good stuff, and we'll put that on YouTube and all that good stuff. But thank y'all for tuning into another Decipher live stream. I am Skip,
and I'm DJ,
and we are out of here, man. Peace and love to everybody. Hope y'all have a great week, and always remember, hip hop lives here. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir.